MSC Cruisecast is a Triple T production. Now, the Taste Try Travel team of Beth and Chris.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the new year and welcome to MSC Cruisecast, a podcast put on by myself, Beth, and
me, Chris. Beth.
And Chris. It has been a little while.
Goodness,
I know.
have been so crazy busy over the last month.
But excited to kind of get back into...
Sorry, it is adjusting everything.
Excited to get back into the podcast. It is less than 3 months until World America, so we have lots to share.
What can I just say?
Yeah.
We had a hurricane that came through and caused a natural disaster here
Yes.
in Asheville. Then we had the holidays
Yeah.
here, and that was a natural disaster for our family. So we've been busy for the last...
A little bit busy. Then it was your birthday.
Then it was my birthday.
Then we had family visit. So we're back in the studio.
We're going to get back on schedule here. We have to.
Have to.
Because we've been just...
We have so many videos from our seascape, way back in September that we still have to put out. So
I know. And it's just one thing after another over the last 2 months.
It is a really good time for us personally, for the channel. We have some things we want to share. How do we want to start? Because we're kind of formatting these a little bit different.
That's right. This is going to be a new year.
New year.
So we're going to be doing some new things. We're already covering our first subject. We haven't even talked about our subjects here yet. But we got a new format for the Cruisecast. As you can see, we have new graphics up on the top. We tweaked them just a little bit. A little more fun graphics there. And
for those of you listening, we will talk a little bit more about our subjects at the beginning so you know what we're going to talk about. Right.
So we're going to come on and kind of have a set way of how we're going to present the Cruisecast. As a quick reminder for all of you that are new joining us, this is our podcast, and you can see it on video. You can also listen to it on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Great companion. Wherever you find your favorite podcasts. There you go. This is where we talk. We talk for anywhere from 30 to 50 minutes. We also have our separate travel videos where you don't see us talking as much. You see us actually experiencing everything. It's not necessarily separate. It's on the same channel. We've just got one YouTube channel, but we've got our actual travel where we go out and experience cruising, and then we have our podcast where we talk. A little bit more in depth. Yeah. It's just so funny when we get comments. We talk about cruising. Before we get to our subjects for today's podcast, I did want to do a quick shout out to the wonderful Michael and Milana Parker. You guys wrote a comment on our last podcast when we talked about MSC's updated drink package and how they're limiting it. And I think what you guys said was perfectly summed up exactly how we feel and how we think. And basically, like in a couple words, you said, we don't really like it. We're still going to travel on MSC, but basically we don't like being told what to do. And I think that was absolutely fantastic. Right on. I love that little thing. I just don't limit me. Don't tell me what to do. Don't give me restrictions. I just want to cruise and have fun. So I just thought that was kind of fun. So thank you guys. You guys always have very good comments. So. Exactly. I think Will Rogers said it best when he said, "Don't fence me in." Don't fence me in. I love that. Quit telling me what to do. That's the American way. Nope. So that was our podcast. I want my tea. Okay, sorry. I don't want you telling me. Chris isn't done. How much extra. I'm going to have to pay for my tea, or I'm going to be dumping it in the ocean. I think that's how the story went.
Okay.
No taxation.
Sorry, guys.
Without representation.
Okay.
No drink limits without representation.
Okay. Okay. Chris, go ahead. Since you have everything in front of you, what are the subjects we're going to cover on today's podcast?
Let me tell you. What? New graphics for those watching.
Here come the glasses.
On today's podcast,
yes,
we're going to be talking about it's a new year.
It is.
There's some new things going on with Triple T, with Taste, Try, Travel.
That's right.
And the graphics are one of them. They were going to do breaking news.
There is some breaking news that Chris doesn't even know about it. Yep.
Breaking news.
Yep.
Live, local.
I don't know what else to say.
Huh?
I don't know what else to say after that.
Sorry. Then we're going to talk about something very interesting.
Yeah. Chris didn't really understand why I wanted to talk about this.
No, because I didn't even know.
I know
that there were new cabins, new cabin categories on the World America.
Exactly. So anyway, well, I'll say more about that when we get there.
Yeah, don't cover it now.
I know.
We're not on that subject.
I'm not.
When the box in the graphic is highlighted blue, then you can talk about it.
Okay.
And finally, the inaugural of the World America is coming up in what, 3 months?
Less than 3 months.
We have some plans, and we're going to talk about those plans.
Yeah, we're going to kind of share with you.
And just so you guys know, I was turning towards me in the monitor. And just so you guys know, I don't even know what those plans are.
He doesn't. Chris is going to find out on today's podcast what we're going to be doing.
It's great. You know what's great about this podcast? I learned so much.
You do. About our own travel.
Exactly. About what we're doing, what we're all about. It's great.
All right. Let's start with our first subject.
New year. New Triple T.
Yay. What is going on?
Well, let me tell you.
Thank you, Chris.
Besides revamping some of the graphics for our cruise cast.
Can I just quickly say,
yes.
The end of last year, we also upgraded some of our equipment. So you should be able to see us and hear us a little more clear. And I don't know if you mentioned that or not, because that kind of happened in the last podcast.
I wasn't planning on mentioning that.
We had some updated equipment. So that's exciting.
Yes.
Okay. Now you can say what you're going to say.
Well, I just want to quickly go over this. We have a new sticker ship of the month.
Ship of the month
for January.
Yep.
And that is the celebrity. I was about to say celebration. The celebrity reflection.
Yep. And just to remind you guys, that is Chris does original artwork for all kinds of different ships. I think we started in September of last year, and in our merchandise store, you can take those, like if you're going on one of the ships, and you can get a shirt or a bag or something with original artwork. And then we always send a copy of those stickers out to our Globetrotter
as Triple T does
Patreons. Something is happening.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. We're going into a deep dive into something there. I'm so sorry. I pressed that wrong button.
What else is new?
Sorry.
He totally lost it. I know.
No, well, I just wasn't expecting that to pop up.
I know.
Hey, listen. They're all new graphics, okay? We've had a couple of requests. So in our shorts,
not really short.
Our quickies. I like to call them quickies.
Yeah.
They're not shorts because I don't want to put them out as shorts. The shorts are 60 seconds or less on YouTube, and these are
2-3 minutes.
Yeah, 2, 3, 5, 9 minutes. I don't know. I don't have a set criteria when I put the little quickie intro. Well, the little quickie intro stars Scrapbook Chris and Itsy Bitsy Beth.
Oh.
Little felty stop animation almost that we did for the intro for that, and there might be some new ones
That's our clock.
Why is our clock on? Oh my goodness. Anyway, we do little intros for the quickies.
Yeah.
And we got a request of the people asking if that was available on a shirt. Well,
It is?
It is available on a shirt.
We don't really have anything that has us on it because to us that feels a little weird.
I know. Who wants a picture of me?
I know, right? So there's just a fun little graphic on there. So again, this is in the merchandise store. So
it's Scrapbook Chris and Itsy Bitsy Beth holding Scrapbook Chris and Itsy Bitsy Beth holding Scrapbook Chris and Itsy Bitsy. And how far down that rabbit hole goes down,
you will never know. Down
the outer limits and inner mind of that t-shirt, I don't know.
Time out. We have both of our clocks going. Chris hung up one and put a battery in another one, so we have echoing clocks right now.
Well, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if anybody will be able to hear that.
Okay.
But it's literally like 10 feet from us. Yeah. We had that clock hanging up. I put new batteries in it and now it goes off. I didn't check to see if it was. Anyway. That is now available in our store, that t-shirt.
Yep.
And if for some reason you want a picture of me and you on a shirt, I'm going to get it because I think it's actually a neat little...
Oh, you mean the scrapbook?
Yeah.
I thought you said put our faces on one.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, that is our faces, but it's much prettier than our face.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't have to like tell somebody if it was just my face, like just a picture of my face, and people will be like, why do you have a picture of that guy's face on your shirt? You don't have to explain that. It's a cute little graphic.
That's right.
Okay.
I think that's what we had. Yeah.
No. Oh my goodness. No. We are also, it's not up yet because we are in the planning stages. We are going to have a Triple T website.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. I'm working on that, trying to get it all, the logistics worked out.
Kind of a landing page for a bunch of information.
Right. We're going to have information. We're going to have links to the merchandise. We're going to have some fun things that you can do. Maps, guides. I'm setting a lot of stuff up that
you sure are.
We need to
a lot of work.
back up. Yeah, no kidding.
Let's start with just getting the website up first.
Exactly. So look for that. I don't know, maybe in another month, maybe I'll have that ready to go and ready to be put up so people can have that, so it'll be live and people can mess around on there and have fun on and I'm not going to say what it is, but we are working on something else. We're not ready to announce what that is just yet.
I don't even know what that is.
You most definitely do know what that is.
Okay.
Little something.
Big changes coming. Big changes. We're actually really excited about this year.
It's actually a very big change, but we're not ready to announce that just yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
New year.
Yeah.
Some new things going on with Triple T. Some new exciting things. We're excited about them.
And
so
we have, how long has our channel been? I don't even know, a couple years. And sometimes at this point in channels' lives, it can get hard, it can get difficult. And so, but we're putting extra effort in and pushing through and sticking around. So that's kind of what we're saying.
Right. Has it been 7 years? Or the 7 year itch?
I don't think it's been 7 year yet. No. Yeah. Okay. On to.
If you one time you tune in and there's a younger, blonder version of me sitting over here, you'll know Beth got real tired of all my
I
dumbness.
am. Are we ready to move on to the next one?
All right, let's go on. We are moving to the breaking news. Do I have any sound effects for that? Let me just look. Really. Hold on. How about...
Perfect.
Breaking news.
Okay. I gonna send a huge thank you to. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to send a huge thank you to Chan Taylor for forwarding me this information. I hadn't seen it until today. We're going to back up just a quick moment. This is going to be in regards to MSC's update to their drink package. Something very unfortunate has happened with this. I am not happy with it.
Breaking news, unfortunate news?
It is. It is not good news. And it is in regards to Yacht Club. MSC has changed their policy with the drink package in the Yacht Club. So you are now limited to 15 drinks inside the Yacht Club.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. So I'm going to read you the change that has happened on their website in the small details. It said, what beverage package is included in MSC Yacht Club? The premium extra package included for all cruises booked in the MSC Yacht Club. Please note, in line with our responsible drinking policy, a daily limit of 15 alcoholic beverages per guest applies, underline, both within and outside the exclusive MSC Yacht Club area. I have nothing.
I don't have a booing sound effect.
You do not. I wanted to get your honest opinion on that on air because you didn't know about that.
No, I had no idea. Mm-mm. That is stupid.
You know how much money you pay to be in the Yacht Club and they're going to tell you, oh, I'm sorry, now you have to pay for that drink? Really?
Can you even imagine somebody paid $20,000 for a cruise,
and they're enjoying some beers,
and at the 16th beer they say, all right, that's going to be $8.
Unbelievable.
Or if they're going to drink, that's going to be $17 for that drink.
And when we talk about, we already talked about this a little bit, and I don't want to go on too long about this because we have something else to talk about today, but the responsible drinking policy. I don't understand that. I don't think that's true. I think because they still will allow you to purchase drinks after your drink package.
Exactly.
So, and I was telling Chan too, like, how many times have we been on MSC? Like a lot. And we have never once seen a drunk fight by the pool because just so much drinking. You just don't, there may be one-offs here and there, but nothing ever that bad.
And just thinking about it, here's probably my biggest issue with that. And I'm being really serious here. So I should put my glasses on.
Okay.
Too much glare.
Okay.
When you are in the Yacht Club, and one of the things that makes the Yacht Club so special is that feeling
all inclusive, right?
Of exactly. You don't have to worry about a single thing. Every single thing is taken care of. You just get on the boat
and have a great time.
Yep. Do what you want to do in the Yacht Club.
Yep.
They will make it happen. Whatever. And for them to introduce something like that, where you're in the Yacht Club and you're at some point if you're drinking, like I said before, this probably will never apply to me.
No.
If I have 2 drinks in a day, that's a lot. But you're in the Yacht Club, and towards the end of the day, you have to think, what drink am I on? That completely erodes that experience. Completely. It completely takes you out of, I'm just on here experiencing the best week I could experience on a cruise.
Right.
Nope.
It's put like It's put like a chip in the armor of Yacht Club. So what's going to be taken next?
It's not just a chip. That's a crack, I'd say.
Crack.
You don't start nickel and diming people in the Yacht Club.
Right.
That's dumb.
Okay.
That's really, really dumb.
Yep. Anyway, I wanted to get your honest thing about hearing that.
My honest opinion is that's a major
bad MSC
mistake by MSC. I can't even imagine.
Now it'll be interesting.
Anybody gave them good feedback on that and said that ought to go over well with your highest paying customers that are literally paying you tens of thousands of dollars to be on your boat.
Some of those, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, be sure and limit them on the drinks because, you might have poured $3 worth of alcohol in that drink. So be sure and limit that. Dumb. That is bad breaking news. I wanted good breaking news.
I'm so sorry. We're going to talk a little more positive now.
There's going to be a funk over the rest of this
There
podcast.
is not. All right. What is next on our list?
Oh, the World America.
World America.
The new cabins on the World America. I had no idea. I literally didn't know that there were new cabins. There's new types of cabins on the World America.
So there are, now it's very similar to World Europa. So in essence, they're like brand new, but to us in the US, they're going to be new because a majority of us haven't sailed on the World Europa. So World America has 2,614 cabins. I'm not going over all of them. I'm just going to highlight a couple that are a little different or a little interesting.
Cabin number 1.
Exactly. First, I want to start with Yacht Club. There are 152 cabins within Yacht Club, and that's going to include 7 interior Yacht Club cabins. It's not very much. They have quite a bit of decreased their interior yacht clubs. That does include.
I wonder why.
Still like 152 cabins. That's going to include some of their duplex suites. I mean, everything all the way up to the owner's suites, all of that. So
probably because they were like, we can't include that many interior cabins because those people are going to be ordering like 16 and 17 drinks instead of 15, and we're going to start losing money. So let's limit the cabins up there.
No,
that isn't it.
No.
Oh.
So that's in Yacht Club. So that is quite a big yacht club. So if you figure, I mean, that could be 300-400 people inside Yacht Club. So a little bit bigger than we're used to.
Well, didn't this Seascape hold about 400?
No, not that much.
No.
The other ones.
Yeah, no.
Now, obviously, with the shape of World America, you're going to have the promenade suite. So, very.
Can we just go over the shape? It's more like a
Y
pear.
Almost. It's not a pear.
Pear.
It's not a pear.
Triangle.
It's not a triangle.
Oh.
It's like
a trapezoid.
It's like a Y and is very similar to the Oasis class ships on Royal Caribbean. So Wonder, we stayed in actually a promenade balcony when we were on Wonder of the Seas. So very familiar with those. Basically, they're the balconies that face to the inside. They're not going to have any kind of. Most of them won't have a water view at all.
What are they going to view?
So they're going to view the promenade towards the back of the ship. So there's going to be restaurants down there. There's going to be the little walking area. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Do you remember?
I remember. Mm-hmm. I remember on what is it?
World America?
No.
What?
The Royal Caribbean one we were on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wonder of the Seas. Yep.
Wonder of the Seas kind of had a long.
It did. It's not going to be as long.
I was going to say, I didn't think it was.
No.
So
it's only going to be the back part of the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to have the.
But before we go on with that, note where you're at in case I sidetrack you here. So that makes me wonder why there's so few interior yacht club. What is that space going to be? Is it going to be just part of? Are they going to make it more crew area, or is it going to be something more in the yacht club?
I don't know. We could probably look at
stairs.
We could
massive stairs right in the middle of the yacht club.
We could just look at the floor plans and probably get an idea of what it is, but deck plan. But I didn't think to look at that.
I was setting up like intrigue so people would come back and watch our inaugural video, although we're not going to be in the yacht club. Yeah,
we are not in yacht club. Not for that.
I'm going to tape a camera to a butler without them knowing. Those little kick me signs that people would put on their back.
Any information out to you guys.
There's little duct tape they would stick on people's back and say, kick me.
Yes.
Someone do except with a GoPro.
Okay. 200. There's going to be some promenade suites, which will be at the very aft. And then the promenade balconies, which are going to be kind of facing inside to the promenade, but still have that balcony space. The inside of the cabin is about 170 square feet. So very average for like a balcony. I think those promenade suites to the very back of the ship would be really cool to get, though, because you're at the very end. So you'll be able to see the promenade and you'll be able to see the wake of the ship.
The wake of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of what we could see. No, we couldn't see that. Because there was a giant...
We were on Wonder of the Seas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of in mid-ship. So,
so we looked out on Central Park thing. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. We weren't in the back.
Yeah. These are real... Okay.
I like it when I have no memory of something and you just like, yeah, you're wrong, and just move on. Like, yeah, no, we know.
Yep.
You don't know. Thanks for that dumb comment.
All right, moving on. We have 170 what are really cool. I'm really excited for this category. They're called Infinite Ocean View Cabins.
And I found out today we're going to be in one.
We are.
I didn't even know.
So these are very similar, not completely similar, but to Celebrity's Edge class infinite balconies, I think they call them. So here on World America, it's a pretty big. So if about the average balcony cabin is about 170 square feet, these are about 215 square feet. So they actually kind of include that like little balcony area. Yeah. It's going to be 2 panes of glass, but it's going to be floor to ceiling glass looking over to the ocean. And you will be able to lower half of the glass.
Big crank.
It's not a crank. But it is interesting to note that when you look at that on MSC's website, it does say that the officers on the ship might restrict you from opening those due to any high winds or storms or whatever. So if you think about it, that whole piece of glass that comes down goes kind of straight into the room. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It was big asterisks. You may be restricted. You may not be able to lower it. So there's 170 of those, which are really cool. And an additional benefit that we haven't seen on previous ships, I'm not talking about World Europa, is that in those cabins, there are some where you can get the Aria experience. So previously, Aria experience, which is kind of like the spa experience, has only been available on balconies or suites. So they have had some of those infinite ocean view cabins, to be able to have the Oreo. So that's a fantastic deal. We're going to talk a little bit more about that because that is what we have on the Inaugural. A couple other, like 2 other ones I kind of wanted to highlight were they have studio cabins, so single occupancy cabins, which are great. They're about 130 square feet. You can get some that are interior, and then they have some with ocean view, but those are just gonna be like the porthole ocean view, so it's not going to have the big window. But
I love those. I mean, I've never sailed in one.
Yeah.
But I've seen videos and pictures of the ones that are on NCL.
NCL, yeah.
Those are really neat little cabins.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be a little bit different than NCL's because NCL kind of has a group of them together, and then they had like a single, whoever's in those single cabins, kind of like a little common area for those people. These cabins are just going to be like in with the other cabins.
Right.
Does that make sense? There's going to be 22 studio cabins.
So they let
cabins.
them like in with the rest of the people?
Yeah.
I got NCL just kind of puts them behind the glass so everybody who is a couple can walk by and be, look at those
NCL.
Look at those weird people. They're all freaks in there.
But I think that's really cool because it is hard if you are a single person or want to cruise by yourself. Typically, you have to pay double rate. So it's really great to have those singles. They don't have a lot of them. I kind of wish they had more, but there's 22. So you got to book them quick. And the other good thing to note is there are 65 handicap cabins around the ship. So if you ever need a handicap cabin, you kind of have to book those in advance as much as you can because they do go pretty quick. So, but those are kind of the different or new cabins that the World America has. So, yeah.
I can't wait.
I know.
Like I've said many times, as long as I got a comfy bed and a bathroom that it has some water in it.
Exactly.
I'm good on a cruise. So to find out, we're going to have one of those infinite things where I can, if I'm bored, I can just sit over there by the button and
roll it down, roll it up. Now, I don't know exactly. It'll be interesting to see. I know when you're on Celebrity, there's little doors that you can close to make it kind of more of a true balcony. Oh. But I don't believe there is that on MSC. So I guess maybe a wait and see once we get on there. But
just curtains that get sucked out the window.
Exactly.
The entire time that.
So I would say, like, let us know. Are you guys booked in any of those new categories? I think the promenade will be kind of fun to be on. I might want to try that sometime.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our Wonder of the Seas interior, just because
it was a promenade balcony.
Sorry, I meant the interior of the ship. How's that? Sorry, not as a bad choice of words because that means something completely different. The promenade balcony,
because you could sit out there at night and there were things to see. Sometimes
there's things to see. There was music, playing down in Central Park. Live music they always had every night, so you could open up that door. It was a sliding door?
Yeah.
And you could hear the music would come in, and it was really nice. And then in Central Park, they like piped in like nature birds. Sounds, so you birds and stuff like that.
So, but on that, you could also see and hear the big screen. TV, if you look, which was kind of a bummer. So it'll be interesting.
Way down there. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. They did play certain things at 7 billion decibels. Yeah. I did forget about that. But
so there's not anything like that on World America, but there will be sounds and things to see and stuff like that. So anyway, let us know what you have booked because we're curious if you booked on any of these kind of newer to MSC cabins.
I just want to say real quick. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I think is going to be very interesting on when we have that infinite, whatever they call it, balcony,
infinite ocean view,
view, is how much I actually use it in the Caribbean.
Well, it's April, so
it just seems like your cabin is a nice, 70 degrees, and you
Right.
Scroll that down, and immediately your cabin is 98 with 7,000% humidity.
Exactly.
And then you roll it back up, and about 4 hours later, your cabin is 92 with 6,000% humidity because air conditioning on cruise ships stinks.
Yeah.
So, in rooms, it really stinks.
Yeah.
I think out in the main area, they can cool it down a little quicker. But
it will be interesting. But that brings us to our last topic. We are 3 months away. Yep.
Less than 3 months away.
Less than 3 months.
80.
Everyone had better paid their final
81
deposit.
days.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have no clue. It's a guesstimate.
Yeah.
I'm guesstimating.
We want to share what we are doing, what we booked, and kind of just a couple. How are we doing on time? Do we have very much time?
Oh, we are good. We're at 35 minutes. Okay. We've got plenty of time.
So we just kind of...
Except for the people that don't want us to talk.
Okay, well...
And they're like, oh my gosh.
Stop talking.
Stop talking.
So we actually booked this cruise, the Inaugural, when we were on the Magnifica last year. So that was like February of 24. So we've had it booked for a while. And I'm excited about our room. We are, but let me start first. We're going to be going down to Miami. Chris doesn't know a lot of this. We're going to be going down to Miami.
We're going to Miami?
2 days in advance. So we're going to go down kind of really early because something else that coincides with the Inaugural of the World America is the opening of the brand new AA/AAA terminal. I think they're the new MSC terminal in Miami.
The numbers that they assign for the terminal.
Yeah. So it's going to be brand new. So like my thought is if we can like take an Uber or something and be dropped off at the terminal like next to it and then just like walk over and see if we can get some video and kind of check it out. We have no idea if we're even allowed to do that.
We don't know.
There won't be a ship there, so nobody should be there. Maybe we can sneak in. Maybe we can't. I have no idea. But I think we're going to try. We're going to see what adventure we can get up to. But basically, trying to get you guys as much video footage of this new terminal. So
we're going to pull out some dumb YouTube tactics where we break into some abandoned place and shoot video.
No, because then they're not going to let us on the ship the next day.
Yeah. That's probably a bad idea.
We're from the outside. We're going to see what we can get. So we're going down to kind of Miami a little early to see. So I'm kind of looking forward to that adventure.
I wonder if they named it the AAA terminal because I don't know if you remember back when you had phone books and like you opened a locksmith store. You named it like AAA, the AAA locksmith store, because then it was the first thing that popped up in the phone book when people would look for locksmiths.
I agree, but
right at the top.
That's not why they named it that.
So people are open the phone book and they're like, I want a cruise. Oh, look at that. It's the AA AAA cruise terminal. Whatever goes out of there, I'm good with. I don't need to keep scrolling down to find some more cruise terminals. Whatever that one is.
That's not it.
I'm booking that.
That's not it.
I just
curious,
thought, yeah.
And so we have booked an infinite ocean view or it's not balcony. I was about to say balcony. On deck 12.
View.
So,
View.
That's right. And so this will be the first time.
On what deck are we on? 12?
On deck 12. So that's a nice like mid deck. I don't know the name of the deck.
There's not 24 decks.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, you said I was in the middle.
Seems like it was just.
No. But.
Oh, everybody run to the left. We're tilting right. Everybody get on the left.
If you ever on a MSC ship and you're wondering what the heck they named their different decks after, because sometimes they have crazy names. The names on World America coincide with large ports, cities that have ports in the Americas. So that's North America and South America. There you go.
And we're on what deck?
12. I don't know the name of it.
That's the name of the deck.
I didn't think about it, so I don't have that up. But this is the first time we're ever going to do an Aria, and so many of you love doing the Aria experience, so we're really looking forward to it, and we're definitely going to do some videos on that experience. So like super quick, some of the Aria, which is another experience, right? So there's 4 different experiences you can have. Bella, which is the cheapest. Fantastica, which is like the next level up, but it's still kind of basic. Aria, which is like the spa and priority kind of package, and then the Yacht Club. So those are 4 different types. So one, you get priority boarding, which is amazing because I'm sure it's going to be pretty crazy, especially on that Inaugural, but pretty much any because it's such a big ship. Priority boarding, you have access to, is it called the Top 19, or it's a private sun deck just for Aria guests.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not Yacht Club, but it's kind of like it might have a bar, it might have a whirlpool, tub, or 2, but it's basically a sun deck, but it's just like a private space, so you can get away from a bunch of people.
There's a place you go and get hot.
Get hot. Exactly. Doesn't really sound.
If it's got no pool.
I'm not sure we're going to spend a lot of time on this little private deck, but we're going to check it out. You get chocolate, some special chocolate, and a bottle of prosciutto. I wrote down.
Bottle of prosciutto.
I wrote down that wrong.
Roll it up. Shove it down in the
Prosecco. I wrote that down wrong. You're going to get that in your cabin. Access to the thermal suite, so you can go and you can enjoy the thermal suite, which I'm sure is going to be amazing on this ship. I'm so excited for that one. But let me tell you the best one. Sorry, it's Chris joke time.
I'm going to the thermal suite. I'm getting in that hot pool.
Thermolassal pool.
I'm getting in that thing, and I'm going to eat me some prosciutto out of my bottle. It'll be all sweaty. Just eating slices of deli meat out of my bottle of prosciutto.
Let me tell you.
You know how that meat gets oily when it gets hot?
You just got too much in you today.
Yeah, I do. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's fine. I'm having a hard time getting information. Aria has its own, I don't want to say private dining room, but you have your own anytime dining room. It's for Aria guests, and you can go whenever you want, which is so fantastic. I mean, anytime that it's open. You don't have to have a 5:30 seating, a 7:30 seating, a 9:30 seating, which we've had before. You don't have to go have a set time for dinner. You don't have to stand in line with everybody else. I am most excited about this perk for Aria.
You just reminded me of something.
What?
I'm gonna harken back to our breaking news.
Okay.
And they said that it's a responsible thing because people are getting drunk and starting fights, evidently, even though we've never seen that.
Exactly.
I tell you where I have seen almost fights happen.
Where?
People waiting in line to get in the dining room.
That's true. And then people like cutting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People are just like, well, I'm going up there.
Yeah.
And people get
very
mad.
Tense. It could be very tense at that. Yeah.
And you could just see they're just talking. And they need to implement responsible dining times.
Exactly.
Not responsible drinking.
Get a little crazy.
That's the time where I've seen more people get mad than any other time.
Absolutely, yeah. Even upstairs at the buffet, you see more people irritated standing in line because you got to go like half an hour early, so you get kind of a good place in line. You can get in and eat, and then get out and do other things. So for this, gosh, we don't have to. I mean, there might be a little wait if we happen to go at the highest time, but anytime the dining room is open, you can go. And I've heard such good things about this anytime dining, so I'm really, really, really excited about this part.
It's the same menu.
Same menu. Right? It's basically a main. It's like a main dining room.
Right.
Yeah.
Same menu. It's just a different restaurant, and anytime you care to eat.
Yep. And I think I really like what they do is they kind of have 3 main. Actually, it would be 4 main dining rooms. The the Oreo one or the Anytime Dining is one. Then you have another really big one, and then you got to have 2 smaller ones. So it does separate people a little bit. But the Anytime Dining is amazing. So I just wanted to share with you, for anyone who's interested, when we booked this, we booked it with the Easy Plus drink package. So we'll have I think that's up to $10. And of course, we're going to have unlimited drinks because this was booked prior to all of the changes. We have the Wi-Fi browse. So this was booked back when we had the really nice, you get your drink package and your Wi-Fi kind of package all together. So we have that. And
we booked this before they implemented the 15 drink limit. So
we have unlimited. Yeah.
I'm ordering 48 drinks a day.
Just to make up for it.
Exactly.
But let me tell you, we booked this when we were on the Magnifica. We went to the Future Cruise desk, and I want to highly recommend, if you're on the ship, spend a couple minutes, go visit them and book another cruise. You know why? Because we have $200 onboard credit because we booked with her. Flavia was her name, I think, on the Magnifica. So we got
very
onboard,
good. How did you remember that?
It's on our confirmation.
Oh.
So we got $200 onboard credit. And we got a great cabin. And I think total we paid is $32.48. So that's for both of us with all of that, the Oreo, which is, I don't think that's too bad on the Inaugural.
No, inaugurals are
Chris
expensive.
doesn't really know how much we pay for this stuff, so he's looking very blankly at me like, okay, whatever. But I don't think that's bad. I love having onboard credit. Oh, and that does include the tips as well too. So that covers the crew gratuity. I wanted to say, to kind of wrap this up, I wanted to share a triple T tip with you that's very important. Always have yourself signed up to the loyalty. It adds up quickly, especially if you jump into Yacht Club at all, and the benefits are really cool. So on this last seaside trip in September, Chris and I, oh my gosh, you're right, Seascape. Thank you. You don't usually remember those. You're proud of yourself, aren't you? Yes. There we go. Chris and I got enough points that we are both diamond. Now, oh, I'm so sorry. I am diamond. What are you, Chris?
Double black diamond super fun time.
If you don't know what that is, we'll tell you more about that later.
I am the founding.
Only member.
They had to come up with something special.
Yes.
And they came up with a really special level that I am the founding member of.
Yep.
Double black diamond, super fun time.
Yep. And
I will be wearing
yes, you will.
a name tag
yes, you will.
on the Inaugural.
Yes, you will.
That says double black diamond, super fun time.
But we're also going to find a way that other people can be part of your club. Because my membership is still like pending. Like
You're honorary.
Am not.
You're an honorary.
I am?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I had a meeting with myself.
Okay.
Since I'm the only member right at the moment.
Okay. Anyway, so let me just tell you this real quick.
You're in a probationary period.
Thank you.
We'll see how things go.
See what I have to deal with? Do you guys see what I have to deal with?
We'll see how things go, and then we'll meet again to discuss
if I'm approved or not.
A full-time membership.
Okay. Since we booked this back when we were gold status, our confirmation for the Inaugural has both of our names, and then it says gold next to it. Make sure if your status changes, call MSC and have them kind of update that. So I had to call them and I had to say, hey, we're diamond now, and she had to go in and individually change each of us, and then she sent a confirmation that has now diamond next to it. So make sure you get it updated on your confirmation what status you actually are, so you don't have any problems when you get there. Because also, and we're going to talk all about diamond and all the loyalty on another very overwhelming podcast. We haven't done that yet because there's so much information.
There is, and it it changes.
Yeah.
So
So one of the perks for being diamond is priority access as well. So you want to make sure that your status shows on your confirmation. So anyway, that's just a quick little tip. And I think it took almost 3 months for MSC to update our status after we got off the seascape. So be patient. They were changing their system around. It takes a little bit, but make sure you stay on top of that, because if you don't stay on top of it, nobody else will.
They need to work on that, because I'm telling you, us super diamond, double black diamond, super fun time members, we don't. Now, that's the way we are.
Oh,
I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud we're snooty, but we're snooty.
I'm not in your club yet. Don't say that about me. Anyway, just a little triple T tip to make sure you keep up on your loyalty points. They're very valuable. If you
don't look after your loyalty points,
nobody will.
Nobody will.
Nobody will. So that's kind of what our plans are. We're going to talk a little bit more about World America, obviously, as it's coming up. And, well, that's it. That's all I had to say.
Like, we're almost to the packing stage. Like, we're less than 90 days away. So we need to start packing.
Chris, we don't pack until the day before we leave.
I know.
We are last minute packers.
the night before we pack.
Yeah.
We're just not one of those people that does that. Hence, I always bring 7,000 things I don't wear, because I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore one pair of pants the entire
You don't ever want a triple T to make a packing cruise video, because it will be something you don't want to follow.
And we have this. We have 6 shirts, but don't pack 6 shirts. This is what it'll be not to do.
Exactly.
Because you're going to wear 2 out of those 6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all. So, thank you all for listening.
Yeah. Oh, wow. We're done.
Share with us what cabin you're booked in. You may not be in the Inaugural, but you guys have bookings on the World America. Are you sticking with something that's comfortable, like the like regular balconies? I was going to tell you, there's like almost 1,100 cabins that are just regular balconies. So those are probably pretty easy. So, but tell us kind of what cabin you're going to be in.
Yeah, I want to know if people are excited to try the little button that. There we go. The little button that
it changes.
up and down, up and down, up and down.
That's right. That is going to end today's podcast. We will be back with you next week. We're going to start back our regular schedule, talking all things MSC, good, bad, and bummer. I know. You don't like bringing up bummer stuff. MSC, the good, stop bad, the wonderful. Stop it, MSC. Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching and listening. We'll see you in our next episode. Yep. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.